Welcome to 40 Days to PMP and CPM Exam Success. Today, we're talking about a process in time management called Estimate Activity Durations. As the name implies, this involves studying, analyzing, deciding how long it will take to complete a task in the project. This looks at each task and asks the question, how long will this take? It could be minutes, hours, days, weeks, or months. In this example, the total effort in a task is 40 hours. You've got 5 people working 8 hours each on the task. All 5 people work concurrently on this task. How long will it take? A day. Another example, the total effort in a task is 40 hours. Only one person works on the task. The duration of the task is 1 work week. Another example, the total effort in a task is 40 hours with a semi-skilled resource, but with a skilled resource it will take half of the time. 2 skilled people work on the task concurrently. The task duration is, do you have the answer? 10. That is the frame of mind you need to be in when you are thinking about estimate activity durations. Join me on the road as I talk a little bit more about estimate activity durations. Let's go.
Hey, what's up? How you doing? It's your friend Phil here, Project Management Trainer and Coach. Welcome to 40 Days to PMP and CPM Exam Success. Well, today it's time for Estimate Activity Durations. Yesterday we talked about Estimate Activity Resources and what exactly it means when we are estimating activity resources. In lots of scheduling software, when people go into software, they typically think about duration. How long is this going to take us to accomplish? We get that initial thought of duration, but there also should be a thought about resources. There should also be a thought about the resource type, the resource quality that you're going to get, because based on the resources that you have, duration can be derived. You need to know the kind of resources that you have at hand before you can truly say a task or an activity, used interchangeably of course these terms, before you can truly say how long a task or activity will take, you need to know the resources that are available. And that's why in the PMBOK Guide, Estimate Activity Resources comes first, and then Estimate Activity Durations. I'm not saying that they can't be iterations of them, because they are on several projects. Think about resource, think about duration, think about resource, think about requirements, think about the contract, think about the overall schedule, try and maximize the schedule by adjusting, tweaking the resources, tweaking the duration, and so on, and also the sequencing of the activities. Okay, so here when you get to estimate activity duration, this is maybe after a few tries when you finally are putting the cap on that estimate for how long an activity will take. This is when you are finalizing this information to use as an input into your final schedule. So it is rather important, estimate activity durations. Now, estimate activity durations is one of the processes in the PMBOK Guide that uses parametric estimating. It does not use bottom-up, in fact. Parametric estimating, 3-point estimating, and analogous estimating. This is the process that does not use bottom-up estimating in time management. The one that does is actually the one we talked about yesterday, bottom-up. So keep that in mind. Also, as you'll hear, and as we're talking about estimating, bear in mind that estimate cost, which is in the cost knowledge area, is the only process in the PMBOK Guide that uses all 4. So this is how I delineate the estimate activity resources, because it uses bottom-up, from estimate activity durations. It does not use bottom-up, it uses parametric, 3-point, and analogous. So keep that in mind. Now what we're doing in estimate activity durations, of course, is estimating how long an activity will take. And to do that, you could use any of those methods. You could have 3 people on a team, experienced people, all with different perspective of how long something would take. And you can use your 3-point estimating to do that, to find out what is the estimated duration using a 3-point, whether using the beta or using the triangular, depending. If it's a brand new project and this has never been done before, and you've got these 3 experts, you want to use triangular. But if it's a project where there's historical information, then you would be using beta, and that's where the 4 times most likely would come in. So keep that in mind as you find these questions leading up to your exam. Okay? And that's really the summary of estimate activity durations. How long will this task take? How long will the activity take? Well, it depends on a lot of factors, but you also want to decide which estimating approach are you going to use. Are you going to use parametric? Are you going to use 3-point? Are you going to use analogous? Okay? That concludes our video for today. Make sure you look at the open-ended questions below. Those will serve as memory joggers for you. And also the ITTO memory joggers I have down there, make sure you look those up in the PMBOK Guide as well. Thanks for your audience and all the best in your study.